Not gonna lie, I had a hard time getting this LLC. And it took a while to get just because I didn't know what I was doing. I just had no clue what anything meant. The tax gurus, the money gurus, the business gurus, I said all of y'all are talking about the same thing, a whole lot of nothing. Like, ain't nothing was helping me. I was reading stuff, watching videos, listening to podcasts, and just trying to understand it more and trying to understand, like, okay, with the scope of the business and what I project this business to be like, what do I need? So if you're new here, this is Business Owner Diaries. This is where I just walk through and show y'all and vlog as much as I can me starting this business. I'm starting an agency. It's called Fits All Agency. My name's Nakia, by the way. I don't even know where to fit that in, but I'm Nakia Pleasant. I own Fits All Agency, and that's why I'm showing all this, because I just want to document this, because one, it keeps me accountable, and two, it's like great to be able to look back on stuff like this. But yeah, so Fits All Agency though, Fits All Agency is a space where we work with fashion, lifestyle, and beauty brands to create what might be the next big thing, whether it's doing brand identity, whether it's like event management, art direction, photo shoot, producing, all that good stuff. We are here to elevate your space and your brand. So if you want to learn more about Fits All Agency, please check the link out in my description box. And and while you're going down there, don't forget to subscribe, since you're already gonna pass the button anyway. Just go ahead and click it. But yeah, y'all, back to this story. I was struggling so bad to find information about anything. Like, I was like on the IRS website, like, what does this all mean? Like, and then like I would pick the info little highlights, and I'm still not understanding it. It's all these numbers and forms and 10 this and 80 this and 9264 form. I was like, somebody dumb it down for me. So I ended up I didn't even go, but I ended up calling Tailor brands, and I really enjoyed my phone call with them. They are a service that provides and helps people that want to start businesses and entrepreneurs start their business from scratch, whether it's doing a website, logo, LLC, all that stuff. They help with it all. Hey guys, just popping in to talk about my LLC journey right now. I just talked to, I don't know if you guys heard of Tailor brands. I wanted to just ask more questions without having to pay somebody, if that makes sense. So basically, what I've learned today with speaking with one of the agents that works at Tailor brands is that, one, when you have a LLC, you have to get a registered agent. You don't have to. I won't say that. You don't have to, but it's really encouraged, because say if like there's a change to the business laws wherever your state is at, and say that you now have to start paying like an annual fee, or you have to start showing your Secretary of State like certain information annually or whatever, like any type of changes, any information that they need, like it'll go to your registered agent. Your registered agent will keep you updated on stuff like that, and they will also help you file that information back. Like any information they need, they will help you file that information back. Like, so yeah, I don't necessarily want to get a registered agent with them because it's $200 a year. However, it's something I definitely am now gonna have to look into, because I definitely want that, because I know that's something that's constantly gonna slip my mind. Two, so when you file for your LLC, something else I didn't know is once you file your first year of taxes, you are able to get your LLC written off, like some of it written off, so any money you spend. So technically you will get the money back later. And I don't really like the idea of write-offs, like just me. It's just me, like how people, like business owners, I always heard them talk about like, yeah, I could get, like, I'll get it written off, I'll get it write off, that's a write-off, that's a write-off. But it's like, you still spent the money currently though. Like, If you think about it, it's like you currently spent it and it's not coming back. Like, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't make sense, but it's an option. But yeah, I really enjoyed my phone call with that sales rep. I was able to find out so much more information I didn't know I needed, information I needed. I was able to really figure out, okay, yes, I want a registered agent. Just because for my case in particular, I work with a lot of different assets that aren't my own within a project, like fonts, programs and stuff, and just sometimes even like icons or whatever it may be. I like images and stuff like that. So I just want to protect myself there and have that registered agent there so I don't miss anything. That registered agent will kind of like stand in the way of like the IRS or somebody trying to sue me, the IRS and the business. So I want to have that person there to help me get things along. Yeah, if you know a lot of information, or if I say anything incorrect, you can feel free to correct me down below. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm learning just as I'm doing this, all of this. So yeah, I'm so open for any feedback, and share with the class. Don't gatekeep. So once I figured that out, I realized though I didn't want to go with Tailor Brands to do my LLC, and I needed a business address because I didn't want to use my home address or just any random address to represent my business. I needed something legit. I needed something that was gonna.
I said I want something big. I want something that says I'm here. Beyonce.
I wanted something that looks legit. I didn't want it connected to really anything else that wasn't necessarily me, and my business. So I wanted it to really look professional. And so I know I needed like an outside source. I was put on to go to UPS because they do business addresses, and it's kind of like a PO box, but they give you an address. So I'm thinking, when I read it online, it said that it was a monthly thing, like between $10 and $30. He says, oh, do you want to rent the thing for 6 months or 12 months? And I'm like, well, isn't it monthly? And he's like, no. He was like, no, we do it by 6 to 12 months. He said it's for 6 months for a small box is $210. For the big box, for the small box for 12 months is $330. And then he said the medium box is $270 for 6 months and $450 for 12 months. And I was like, and I was like, but online, because I told him, I said I read online that it said that. He's talking about, well, actually, that just depends on location, blah, blah, blah.
No, they charged me to send my stuff to my email, like my Nike stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the last UPS store, I just got it and gone for free. They charged me an extra like $2. I was just like, y'all just penny pitching at this point. I feel like this one just a penny pitching.
Yeah, he is. He's cheap. So I'm gonna just go to whichever. I'm gonna find that same site because I think he is right. Like you said, like he is, because he's an owner. It said owner on his thing, and he said that. Well, I'm gonna try to find the website page where I read that it was $10 to $30 a month. And then on top of that, he's like, oh, are you like starting a new business? And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm trying to get this so I can get my LLC. He was like, well, what we've noticed is that when people try to use this address, this street address we give them for the LLC, it doesn't really work out because so-and-so, because the LLC people, the state doesn't know that you're physically here. And I'm like, wouldn't that be a reason to know I'm physically here if I signed up for this address? Like, it's still gonna be here. That just pissed me off. So yeah, this is harder than I thought. This is harder than I thought.
It's part of the process.
I just, nobody like told me, like, no, I don't have no, like, I've looked up so much information, and like, And he was like, well, maybe you should just go get a physical office address. I said, maybe I will then. Thank you. And that's when I left. Yeah, y'all. This is for sure harder than I thought. Did not expect him to quote me $200 some because that's not in the budget. So we're gonna have to do more research and figure this out. I think what I'm gonna go home and do, because he got me like twisted right now, and so I think I need to reel it back. So yeah, as you can see, that was a huge struggle. Like, I was so pissed off, and I learned a lot of things in that instance. Of one, UPS, they are good depending on the location. So the locations I just happened to be going to were expensive, and each UPS is individually owned. And so, like, if it's kind of like enterprise, kind of like somebody opening a Wingstop or a Chick-fil-A, like, you can own that, but it's really Chick-fil-A, like, it's the enterprise. You're just helping them build stores across America, and that's what UPS does. So they can charge and change their prices on stuff, just like how you can go to like one pizza shop and they charge for their ranch, the next one doesn't. That's literally why. Something else I didn't realize, and what I learned later on, was that when somebody is searching up your business, say you're trying to get a bank account or a loan or credit cards and stuff like that, or you're just signing up for something that somebody needs to double check and fact check on you, and if somebody Googles your address and like a tire shop comes up or the UPS store comes up, it's going to be obvious that you're just using that UPS store for that, or so on and so on. I really wanted to show up as like an office building. I wanted it to look legit no matter what, like slate clean, and also be a space that I can say, yeah, like, I can go do work there. Like, work can happen there. Work does happen there. Even though I don't physically have like an office, like, that's what I was trying to get, something like a virtual address. But this is where things kind of got tricky with the virtual addresses, and you'll see.
Launch for space. Call connect times are typically less than 2 minutes. If you are calling with questions about setting up a new virtual office services, promptly return voice messages and are sorry we missed your call. We look forward to helping you establish your new workspace rental or assist with an existing workspace rental. You leave a message.
So I am trying to get a virtual address because I need to get this LLC, basically, and I refuse. I just refuse to put my own self as like my registered agent and just all the information on there. I might have to and change it later, because I'm reading on this website. I just found this place that does virtual offices for a good amount of money per month. Like, it's like $50 or $60 per month. But it says, does a virtual address or office count as a physical address? And it says that in most cases, but for situations like applying for loans or for government contracts, a virtual office does not qualify as a physical address. Banks allow use of address for accounts, but once you apply for loans, they expect you to have a physical workspace. We offer those too. I don't know what to do. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna pull out a loan, but I guess like I do want to get business credit cards and stuff like that eventually. So I'm thinking, like, will that affect it? I don't know. I'm gonna wait till they call me back before I purchase with them, because I do have a couple of more questions. I really don't want to go over like 100 something per month. Like, this is all new, and I don't want it to run me dry in the accounts per month. But it's not, because I have clients and stuff like that. But I'm more so just like, I don't know, I just don't want like a big bill already. So by this time, I was super frustrated. I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, I really didn't want to settle on putting my personal information out there with the LLC and stuff. I really wanted it to just start at the top so I don't have to like do anything else later. I genuinely just wanted to have something where I didn't have to change it like in the next 2-3 years. Like, I want to be able to just keep this going and keep stuff functioning out here no matter where I am. This is where I ended up finding the place that I'm at now, and I'm so happy I found them. I'm so happy I like really talked to them and like looked into it. It was just a great conversation, and just it sold me from just the website alone.
Is this a startup, or have you had this business for a while?
I'm just starting up. The address that you get, is it the actual address of the office?
So the address that you get, it is the address of the floor. What we also can do, we can give you a custom suite number.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, like, because I know I realize that some people are giving out virtual addresses, but they actually are, like, linked to another business already. So, like, I've seen a virtual address that was linked to, like, a tire shop.
Oh, no,
Okay.
we don't do that. No, we don't. What the virtual address that we give is the address of it's ours, if that makes sense. It's not linked to a tire shop or random spot,
Yeah, okay.
That's interesting. I actually didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like noticing that, so I decided to like call up and just double check, make sure.
Nakia, got it. Nakia, so you'll be meeting with my colleague Ellen. All right, and I'll be sure to send you a calendar invite with her name in it. Okay.
Yeah.
And some parking instructions and the address, of course.
Okay, no problem. And right now, guys, I'm gonna choose to opt into not saying the location of the office and stuff just yet, just because that is like a place I will be going to. And then also I'm still trying to vet them because they do have multiple locations across the United States. I just personally want to double check and make sure and vet, but it's kind of the same structure as a WeWork, but the address you get and stuff, like I have a virtual address with them, and the address that you get is a part of the building. It's like a legit place. If someone calls and be like, it's Fits All Agency at this location, the front lady would be like, yeah, she is, or they're here. Do you need them? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's really professional. It looks good. The building looks really good from the outside. It's giving office, and it looks good on the inside. I just really do love what they offer. Like, it's kind of like a WeWork, kind of more private, but yeah, you get like a gym, you get free car washes. I don't even have a car, but they also do like, they have a full snack bar. You can have, you can rent the rooms and the meeting rooms, or even just go there for the day and work for a discounted price. And you also can upgrade to have your own office and actually work there day to day. For me, I just don't need that right now because I work from home a lot and I don't have a car, so it's not convenient for me to leave somewhere every day. But I really do enjoy what they have going on, and the address that I got, because I was so concerned about it and stuff, but the address that I got, it kind of works as if, I don't know if you guys seen like those buildings, like say you have an office building and then like on the 5th floor it has one business name, and then on the 8th floor it has another business name, or so on and so on. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like, and that address is structured in that way, so it still is very legit across the board. And I know it sounds like this low-key sounds like scamming, but I swear it's like, It's not. It's just, I just really didn't want to put the address that I live at on the LLC. That just didn't make sense to me. But yeah, once I got the address, it was on and popping. I was like, transfer the money. But before you transfer the money, who's going to do your LLC? Because, girl, you still don't know how to do it. That's what the thing was. I was like, dang, I'm still on this IRS website. Don't even know where to click. Girl. It was so embarrassing. So I let me figure out and choose somebody to do it. And that's when I ended up finding Zen Business. So I have finally figured out my LLC situation. I found this thing called Zen Business. I've never heard anybody talk about it, but it was like the first, usually when there's like sponsored content or like a sponsored webpage that comes up on a Google search, I usually scroll past, but I was like, let me see what the sponsor is talking about. Like, they pay money to be at the top. Let me see. Click on the first one. It's Zen Business. It's free of charge for them to file the LLC for you. I did pay for a rush fee because I'm like, I'm ready now. So I paid $79 for a rush fee, and then you get a free registered agent for the whole year. So like this whole year, it's free for my registered agent, and then the next year it'll be $199 or $200, which is fine because by then I expect to have all that money and it'll be no problem. Or I can like find an actual like, or have somebody like working and doing that, or whatever the case may be. But for right now, this gonna have to work, okay? You're trying to create something or do something, you like envision yourself doing it, and it's such a grand way where it's like when you can't do it in a grand way, you just don't end up doing it at all. And that was me, and that's me for a lot of stuff. Even to this day, I have to really convince myself, talk to myself, and really pray about it and all this stuff. I have to really talk to myself and remind myself like it's okay. Like, stuff is like changeable. That's why growth is such a thing. Like change and growth and all that stuff, it's literally like it's meant for like situations like this. Like, I probably won't even be using them later. Like, I probably will be able to have my own in-house team to handle all this stuff, and like, you know, like it's just for the moment. So that's how I think about it. Like, everything's changeable. You can always like change stuff around and figure it out and stuff, but at least start and get something in motion, okay? Yeah, I'm about to transfer some money out and pay for this LLC. I feel like it's so legit now. Okay. And I ended up working with Zen Business because they file your LLC for free. I think I talked about the perks and all that stuff, so I'm not going to double back and say, but they just were so good, so nice, so fast. I actually paid an extra $80 to hurry up and get it. Like, I didn't want to wait any weeks. I just wanted it as soon as possible because y'all know one of the biggest things was I'm trying to be able to hire some help, some assistants with designing, and just having some designers on board. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm really excited, and they ended up calling me like 2 days later. Like, it went so fast. Like, I was like, dang, this, like, it took me weeks to get this right, just for it to take 2 days. It was like cooking a meal and you taking like hours to cook this meal just to eat it in 10 minutes. That's literally what it felt like.
You need to have in order to stay compliant with this state. So, report. Is that something that you were planning on handling yourself?
Yeah, I guess. You said it's a what?
Beneficial Ownership Information Report. Are you familiar with what that is?
No.
Okay, no worries. It is super important to make sure you're aware of it. It's a new federal law that got passed, essentially in an effort to prevent fraud and illegal activities. Effective January 1st of this year, the government wants you to send documentation on beneficial business ownership to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Now, This applies to most active U.S. entities no matter when they were formed, but businesses formed this year only have 12 weeks from the day the business was formed to get this report filed and approved, which is called a Beneficial Ownership Information Report, BOI for short. And the reason why it is super important to get done is because the repercussions for not complying are pretty steep. If the info is not submitted by the deadline date, you can see some fines up to $500 a day or other civil criminal penalties.
Oh my God.
So it is, it's something that we're making sure every single person is aware of because it is mandatory.
Okay.
Does all that make sense?
Yeah. So, where would I go to get this filed?
So you could either go to fincen.gov, that's spelled FINCEN. Just curious, so what kind of plan do you have in place for, like, keeping track of all of your invoicing, all of your income, your expenses, your deductions, your mileage? I think
sorry.
I lost you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, no, glad all that makes sense. Now, we've seen our customers who use Money Pro, they really beat the odds and become more successful than your average business owner in their first year. They're able to maximize their tax deductions and both easily and effectively manage the finances overall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know we've covered a lot. What kind of questions do you have on what we've covered so far?
I don't think I have any question. Oh, I do have a question about the beneficial ownership report.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a letter or like a little statement, like Nakia own this business. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so it's going to be a form that you'll need to fill out, and it's basically just going to want information on like the business information, ownership information, the state of jurisdiction or formation, taxpayer ID number. So it'll just basically be asking you a lot of questions about the business.
Okay.
Essentially to prevent like money laundering, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for choosing us to help you with your journey. We're super excited to be a part of it.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Nakia. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too, Megan. Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Your girl got the LLC. This is okay. I gotta stop screaming. This is official. Turn up, turn up, turn up. Hey, hey. I'm like celebrating with an empty glass. I got a whole business. Like, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. It's official. Like, I got a business address. I got everything. What? I look insane. Like, take care of yourself, babe. As you can see, the Zen Business customer service, her name was Megan. That lady, she was so on point. She knew everything. They give you your LLCs, and I really recommend Zen Business. I'll have them down in the description box below. But they give you your LLC, and they call you immediately, and they break down everything. Like, I kid you not, my phone call was a good 45 minutes of the amount of stuff that I need to do after just getting the LLC. I was like, I didn't know nothing. She was like, did you know about this? I was like, I just felt like I sounded so unprepared, but it was okay. Like, that's what they're there for. So I really, really am so grateful that they did that, because I feel like if I would have did that myself, I wouldn't have known none of this. Like, literally none of this. So one thing, or two things actually, that I want to reiterate, just for if you are somebody that just started your own business and you just got your LLC or etc., etc. You're new to this as well. I know a lot of you guys are, and that's why you guys started following my journey, is because we share the same space and we're in the same moment. But there's this beneficial agreement or form you have to fill out. It's called beneficial something. I'll put it on the screen. But they, the government, as in they ask for every business, if you just file your LLC within like December last year or something. I don't know. I'm going to put everything on the screen because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. And if you exceed this deadline, you are going to be charged $500 a day, girl. Like a day. No, no ma'am, no ma'am. No ma'am, I can't. So I was like, ooh. Like when she told me that, I was like, my ears are open. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell my people this. And then also, you have to have an operating agreement. So having something just in a form to show and upload to the IRS, like, hey, this is how the business runs. If anybody else tries to say otherwise, that's not true. There is no partnership, or if there is a partnership with your business, then say that or whatever. But yeah, you gotta do that. You have to just be legit, prove you're legit. Just cross all your T's, dot all your I's, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. Yes, your girl got her LLC. It was a great day. It was like so many good things happened that week, to be honest. So everything was up. I just really, really was so excited. It feels so legit now. Like, I feel like, okay, now, like, I feel like there's no turning back. Like, there's no starting over, which there is. It's just like you can change stuff. Like I said in that clip, like things are changeable, but it just feels so legit. It feels like, yes, I'm really doing a business. Like, this is like, somebody says you got a business. I'm like, no, like I'm not just saying it now. Like I legit, like, girl, the government know about me. So yeah, I'm just really happy. This is such a big step because I never did this in my life. Like I told you, I was so foreign. I was so ignorant to everything that came with this. And I think that's also the learning curve here, is because I'm designing, I'm doing all this fun stuff, but then I had to turn around and do like this super like detailed business things. And I'm just like, what? Like, as a creative, it sometimes gets a little like hard to juggle, but I'm doing it and I'm patting myself on the back for doing it, and I hope this inspires you guys as well. As far as what's next with this all and like what's my next steps, I don't know, like, just yet. I still, like, I know the things that I want to get done. Like, I need to really put up stuff for the website. I've been seeing that for, the last 4 videos. Like, girl, I need to get stuff on the website so it can be more, like, interactive as far as, like, what do you offer? Like, I can't be handing out business cards to strangers and the website's on there and ain't nothing on there. Like, what? And so definitely into doing that. Also, I know you guys know that I always say Fits All Agency is a branding and production agency, and I know you guys are like, okay, where's the production? Yeah, so I'm trying to get to that part. So that's the part I'm trying to get to. That takes a little bit more money because production takes cameras, lighting, equipment, like all this stuff. So definitely need to start saving and buying for all of that. I do need to like get the business bank account and get all that set up. I do want to hire one assistant right now and see how that goes, because I still have so much stuff to buy, and like I need to buy a new computer. Like, I just don't want to spend so much money paying people out and paying for salaries, and or not even salaries, but just paying paychecks when there's other things to get and fund for the business. So it'll be more smart to step back and handle everything, get everything flowing, get like a monthly flow of cash and start building that. Yeah, like I just want to start getting some retainer clients. Yeah, just keep getting clients for real. I don't know what else to say as far as like, I don't know what's next for real, but I will take you guys on the journey because obviously I have things I want to do. I have like products and all that good stuff, but I have things in mind. I just don't know like exactly like what is next in this strategy because getting that, I kid you not, like I struggle, like y'all seen me struggle. So, and it was a lot to learn. So yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you know a little bit about this and I said something correctly, please feel free to let me know down below that I was like saying that wrong. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share this, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.